the kill feed or the player event feed.
Player event feed is what I call it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jonas, who is sitting here with me, is the maker of the player event feed. So he gets to call it player event. I call it kill feed, but I also come from shooters where you regularly call it kill feed. But it is a player event feed because it does a lot more than just show if you killed someone or ejected someone.
Yeah, it's actually 3 things
Yeah.
in total.
Isn't there more like there's teleport, eject, explode?
Oh, I mean like that. Yeah. But it's more than the right corner stuff.
Oh yeah. So has it been challenging working on this?
It's been a lot of iterations in how we show the UI.
Yeah.
We had text and then we had icons, and that wasn't clear enough, so we tried to combine it. So hopefully everyone will understand what's going on and why.
Yeah. Are you happy with the result?
So far I am, and I hope that it will solve the issues that we were trying to solve when we started doing this.
And what were those issues?
It actually came from Rune like 6 months ago or something. He watched a lot of YouTube, and he noticed that when people are, especially after the 1.7 update in space, that people were shooting and then they didn't know what happened. It's like, did you die? Did you respawn? Did you teleport? And also, if you start shooting at someone and they start building, like, why doesn't nothing happen? Why don't I do damage anymore?
Yeah.
So we're trying to solve these uncertain cases of when you're in battle, what happens? Did you manage to do anything? Did you manage to kill them or eject them or something?
Yeah, because so far you've sort of had to go with like a gentleman's agreement, where it's like, if you get ejected from your seat, you die, and you kind of just have to trust that the person
says yes.
Says yes.
Exactly.
Did you consider making one for repair? I actually thought about it when I played around with the feed, and I don't know if it's needed, but was it considered?
We have the repair status. We only show the building status now, but that's because the repair one is quite fast. But the name will flash in white when you do that, and also with transform, it also will flash white. So hopefully you can see that when that happens.
Cool.
But if your question was that if we show it in the right corner, I think we talked about it, but felt it would probably be too spammy if you get that all the time.
Yeah, you could get that a lot in there. But then again, when I'm playing, I have a feeling I'm gonna get the ejected or exploded a lot, because I do crash a lot. Everyone here knows that, and I'll probably be crashing a lot later in the build challenge, but that's later. Right now we're talking about this. If you have any questions for Jonas, fire them away in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take one question from the Dev Diary Discord channel here. First one is from Ellis, who's asked, is the rescue pack releasing with 1.8? And yes, it is. I don't think I can say much more about that, but it is coming with 1.8. Myrna asks, are we gonna get a KDA? No, is the short answer. Can the kill feed be turned off, asks Brood.
No.
Also no. Man, we have the no hat on today. We basically get kill feeds. Yeah, that is basically what you're getting. What did I miss? Asked Hagbard. You missed that we just introduced the player event feed. We just showed the video. Don't worry, it's gonna be. I think it's actually already live on our YouTube. I think it was scheduled for 3, so you can actually go watch it on our YouTube right now. But watch the stream first. Let's take another question from Discord here. That Redstone guy asks, is 1.8 still in early stages, and when do you expect to release it? No, 1.8 is not in the early stage, and it is expected to release spring. And there, I don't think I've said too much there.
No promises yet then.
Can the kill feed be hidden by hiding the UI? Asks Umbra.
Yes.
Yes. Will there ever be missiles? Asks Tony the Best. Who knows? Maybe. It's not something that's being worked on, but never say never. Are we gonna get some leaks to the DLC? Asks Devin Sorshar. That's a complicated name. Yes, we are going to show you the DLC as well. But that's 2 streams from now. We have one more free thing to show you in 1 week. And then we're going to talk about the DLC. Wow, the questions are just pouring in now. But the store page is live on Steam, so go wishlist that. It's the Rescue DLC, the entirety of 1.8. No, what we just showed you here, the play event feed is 1.8. What we showed you last week with the cinematic camera. Also Jonas's work, by the way. He's really been churning out some pretty amazing features. Also a part of 1.8, and we have one more thing, a big thing to show you that's also a part of 1.8. So no, 1.8 is not exclusively DLC. Destro on the Discord asks who came up with the design of the Turbo and who came up with the name Turbo. This took me a while to figure out. Do you know the story?
Wasn't it Bo or Christian?
Yes,
I think it was Christian.
Yeah, I asked around.
Like I think one person made it and one person put it in, or something like that. Christian made it and Bo put it in.
I asked around, and Sasha, our art director, made the concept for the Turbo. Then Lasse, the game director, and Christian, game designer, kind of 3D modeled the Turbo based on Sasha's concept art. And then Bo wanted to name it Birdo, but found out that Birdo was already taken by Nintendo, and so Christian named it Turbo. And that's the story of the Turbo. I just learned it today.
Yeah, so did I, apparently.
Yeah, I had to ask like 6 different people about this because no one could really remember. And no one, for some reason, wanted to take full credit for the amazing Turbo.
It was before my time as well, so I blame that.
Yeah. Same here? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were... Okay. I thought you had been here for longer, actually.
No.
You've been here longer than me, at least. Are there any Turbo lore? Yes. Are there any questions here in the chat? Neuro asks, I don't even know how the kill feed will be displayed. Did I miss anything?
I guess. It's gonna be text and icons and names in the top right corner of your screen when things happen.
Yeah. So like a pretty standard like you see in other games.
Yeah. There's also gonna be like an icon in the world. So if I explode Johannes, it's gonna be like an explosion icon where he got exploded.
Or if I explode Jonas. Timber says, I see you aren't actually playing the game because of the waves you leaked last week. Don't know what you're talking about. What waves? You dreamt it. Will you keep working on the kill feed so we can toggle it off in the pause menu, Jonas? Asks Rednax Prime.
I can't confirm or deny, but it's not planned.
Okay.
Maybe.
Is the kill feed going to be displayed in all game modes? Asks Andrew Omeda.
Yes.
Yes.
But we don't show every type of thing when you're playing. Like you don't see when you respawn, and you don't see when you teleport. You only see when other people do that. So some other events are you see everyone, and some other events you don't see yourself.
All right. Cool. Man, there is a lot of interest in this. I've never seen, we're up to 60 viewers right now, and the questions just keep flooding in. That's awesome that people are so interested in this. It is also a pretty cool feature. Here's a question for you from Discord, Jonas.
All right.
By Brandon Baking, 26. And he asks, does the dev team have favorite updates in terms of learning outcomes, experience gained? And I feel like we can't speak for all devs, but maybe you.
I didn't understand the question. Yeah, I can.
It's right there.
Oh, yes. I really like the 1.8 update, but that was the first one I worked on as well, so I learned a lot.
1.8?
1.6.
1.6.
Yeah.
Wings and Weapons. Yeah. That's also the first one I was a part of. That was a great update because it came with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, it was
and
really fun.
I think the rocket launcher is the best block in the entire game.
I like the missions.
The what?
The missions.
Oh yeah, the missions. True. It was a fun story. Johannes, will there be anything that benefits boats other than the unofficial waves? Yes. Will the cinematic camera's pause mode let us change time of day like photo mode?
No, because if you can change time of day, it will be in the session settings as well. So it's nothing that's built in the cinematic camera, but there is other settings that you can tweak to change the time of day.
Right on. Myrna says kill feed is such a simple but lovely feature. I agree with that. I was over the moon when I heard it was coming. Is this going to be streamed on YouTube as well? It is currently being streamed on YouTube. So both places. But the chat only, there it is only for Twitch. It doesn't really work with both platforms in the chat. So what you see on the screen here is only Twitch. But I do read all chats. I have it here, and I can also see the YouTube questions. So don't worry about that. Wait, city map. What did I miss? You didn't miss a city map. We didn't announce that. We announced a player event feed, where the video is currently up on our YouTube. So go check it out. Will there be new game modes like Capture the Flag or Infection? No, not planned at least. I like how people want an Infection game mode in Trailmakers.
Zombie cars?
Yeah, that's not like the first game mode that springs to mind when I think Trailmakers.
Zombie Shadows, perhaps.
Show us the new blocks or 1.9 leaks, all in due time. Today is about the player event feed. Okay, we have one last question here from Discord, from Corrupt Toast. Whereas, how big will 1.8 be compared to something like Spacebound and Airborne? And will it release this year? I think that's pretty subjective. If it's big, as big.
Yeah, that's on what you count.
Yeah, it depends on what you favor really. You can say 1.8 is more focused on features.
Yeah.
Whereas 1.7 was more like actual like content, like a big map and stuff like that. So if you think like maps, in terms of that, then of course Spacebound was bigger because it was a huge map, biggest map we ever made, and we're not making a new map for this update, but there will be a lot of new features and also some cool blocks that we will show at one point. Let's take some final questions from the chat here. I have a long night ahead of me. I'm streaming later. Build challenge with Scrapman. That's at 5. So I'm also gonna catch a break here soon. You should make a 1st of April update that makes the slow down message into am too fast, Johannes. I don't think I'm getting the joke here.
Isn't this slow down message when you're driving too fast and can't go to Builder?
That might be. Oh, yeah, that might actually be it. I didn't figure that one out. Johannes, I need an answer. What are your favorite dinos? Lucra, my favorite dino is the Paracephalus. What's your favorite dino?
The flying one.
Pterodactyl.
I don't know the names.
Oh, that is pretty badass.
Or the long neck is also pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a classic dinosaur. It's a oldie goldie. Will the Turbo pay taxes to keep the rescue organization running? The Turbo have a very sneaky tax set up on the Cayman Islands, as far as I heard. That's why Mr. Crisp can afford all that bling in Airborne. He's not paying any capital gains tax on those stocks. I can guarantee you that. Any question here that springs to your eyes that seems interesting? How many things can be queued or shown in the kill feed at once? Ask Andrew Omeda.
Oh, I think it's 10.
10?
Yeah, so if another one comes up, we will remove the first one.
Yeah, okay.
The oldest one.
Okay.
So it's not gonna take up your whole screen. It's gonna recycle.
I was afraid that we were gonna find out, like just here and now, that you didn't really think about this, and the answer was infinite. And that would be the first thing people did, was just find a way to completely fill people's screens with player event notifications.
Yeah, please don't break my features.
Please don't break Jonas' features. You've worked very hard on them, and you're gonna make him sad if you try to break them. Will there be an April's Fool's update? Is that celebrated in Copenhagen? I don't know if it's celebrated, but
Yeah, I can't speak for you Danish people.
no, we don't. We do it, but to me at least, April's Fool's is kind of like anti-comedy. I've always thought it was a little bit lame. But I did have an idea for Trailmakers that would be fun, and that would be like make a 1x1 block, but just make it huge. Like just make it comically large, so you couldn't possibly use it for anything, but it would still be a 1x1x1. Or do a 1x1x1 and make it 700 complexity.
Or make it that you can't unlock it, so it's in your builder menu, but it says that you don't have it.
Oh yeah. Or make it a DLC that just cost $1 million. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff to do actually, but I don't know if I kind of gave it away now, so now there's no point in doing the jokes. When will Trailmakers come to Nintendo Switch? Not in the foreseeable future. I'm thinking not something that's being worked on. What else is there? God, there's so many questions. Wow. Does Denmark have gul bil, where you hit people when a yellow car drives by? Yes, we do. Do you have that in Sweden?
Yeah, we do.
What do you say in Sweden?
Same.
Gul bil.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the same.
But
That's
in
nice.
Swedish.
Yeah, but what is it in Swedish?
Gul bil.
Gul bil.
Almost the same.
Gul bil. The M2 Fast Johannes update. Still not unsure about what that means. Gul bil. Will you ever make... Firestorm has asked this question 10 times in the chat now, so I think we're gonna address it. Will you make spaceship seats airtight again so we can use them for water builds? I don't think that's something that's being worked on.
I don't think so either. I haven't heard anything at least.
No. Could happen maybe. Who knows? It's a crazy world. I think we're gonna wrap it up more or less. Will there be new animals eventually? Maybe to rescue. There will be new animals, I think, eventually. I think as big as a success as the Turbos was, we definitely should do another animal at one point. If you have any last questions for Jonas and his amazing player event feed, I'm gonna give you a few seconds here, and then I think we're just gonna cut over and actually just show the video again, and then end the stream. You could make it so a player can sit in the passenger seat. That is actually a fairly requested feature, and I actually kind of get where they're coming from. That could be pretty cool to have passengers. Then I wouldn't have to do controls at all. I would just ride on other people's things. Jonas, do you have a favorite scrapped feature? Ooh. Dangerous question.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I think we're just gonna end it with that question, and then we're gonna go over and we're gonna show the video one more time. Then I'm gonna shut down the stream, and then I will be back in about an hour and a half at 5 with Scrap Band and the Nut Rope Build Challenge. So don't go anywhere, or do go anywhere, because it's gonna be an hour and a half. So, but come back. Is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Jonas, for being here.
See you guys.
Probably not the last we'll see of you on the Dev Diary stream, because you have a tendency to make some stuff worth talking about.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Cool. We're gonna go over to the video, and then I'll see you guys later.